something that you ought to know. Just think about something that just happened to you this week. Think about something that just happened to you this week. That job you wasn't supposed to get. Think about it. That child that didn't get suspended. Think about it. Somebody else's parents died, but yours are still living. Think about it. You got food on your table and somebody else starving. Think about it. Think about it. And you ought to tell your neighbor, he's been good. He's been good. He's been good. He's been good. Yeah. Yeah. From the inside out. Is there anybody here? Is there anybody here? Wave your hand and tell somebody he's real good. Is it good to you? Is it good to you? I said, is it good to you? Lord, woke me this morning, started me on my way, put food on my table. I want to thank you for another day. Kept away my enemies time and time again, and even though I didn't deserve it, it's been bad through thick and thin. Can I get a witness that will agree with me that if it wasn't for the cross, you don't know where you would be? And if you think you couldn't make it from day to day, can I get one witness? Somebody help me say the Lord has, the Lord has, you've been real good to me. The Lord, come in, the Quartet, y'all. Let me tell you just how good the Lord has been to me. When the enemy tried to attack me, he gave me the victory. Look beyond my issue, and what about on myself? He fixed the bad condition, he speaks with no one else. Can I get a witness? Can agree with me? If it wasn't for the Lord, don't know where I would be. If you know he's been good, just do me a favor. If you don't mind, just tell your neighbor, I know he's been good. Yeah, my God been good. I know he's been good. Yeah, Lord been good. Yes, sir. He's been real good. So not good. In a world where a lot of things are going wrong, there's still one thing I can still see. Oh, that I know, that I know, that I know, that I know. Y'all don't mind. Y'all don't mind. Good God, y'all don't mind. I wanna take my time. He woke me up right early this morning. He called me in my right mind. Good God, put it on my table. Then he put a few clothes on my back, y'all. Oh, God, I know he's been good. He picked me up, turned me all around in the midst of my trial. I do, yeah. Anybody know we've been good? I know we've been good. He made a way out of no way. Tied my dark night here today. I know we've been good. I know we've been good. I know we've been good. Wait a minute, can we do like this, y'all? Ooh. hear you clap your hands. Let me hear you clap your hands. Let me hear you clap your hands. Anybody know He's been good? Yes, sir. Let me see you wave your hand. My God has been good. Yes, sir. My God has been good. My God has been good. Yeah, I know He's been good. I want to connect to one witness. Anybody know He's been good? Has He made a way for anybody? Has He opened doors for anybody? He's good. I know He's been good. From a mighty long way. 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 I know He's been good. 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 He's been better than me. That I can be to myself, y'all. Oh, we've been good. 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 Anybody know we've been good? Let me hear you clap your hands. Let me hear you clap your hands. Honey, watch this. Watch this. I know. I know.
Everybody, it is your girl, Boss Lady, early on a Saturday morning. But man, listen, you got to get in where you fit in. I am so excited to be here on this great Saturday morning. Listen, I've been excited about this interview all freaking week. I have really been excited about this interview all week. Yeah, and I'm going to tell you why. About a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, me and my dad was having dinner on the patio. It was like late at night. It was really nice. We was watching a basketball game, and we got to talk about Quartet because anybody know my family is Quartet. And he was asking me about some interviews I had coming up and all this other good stuff. And I was telling my dad about the Williams singers. And my dad was like, yeah, I know the Williams singers. He was like, yeah, they've been around for a while. And he was telling me that my uncle, Brian, had introduced them to him as far as musically. And I was like, but Daddy, they got a cutout that's like for real. And I was like, it's lit. Me and my dad, we put on the Bluetooth on the patio as we was eating barbecue. And we listened to the Williams singers on YouTube. And when I tell you my daddy when I say absolutely loved them, I hope he's logged on. But when I tell you my daddy absolutely loved the Williams singers because my daddy grew up in the era of the funk, if you would say, like Earth, Wind & Fire, Bootsy Collins, Michael Jackson, all that stuff. Because when we was growing up, we lived in Germany. So we was a military family. So that's all we listened to was the tapes, the Betamax tapes that my family was sent overseas for us. So that's all we listened to. So when I listen to their music, it brings me so much back to my younger years of listening to all those CDs, or not CDs, those tapes or whatever. But when I tell you, they really, they are very innovative when it comes to music. Like we hear traditional Quartet music, but man, when I tell you that when they say put some stank on it, like The Williams singers put some stank on Quartet, and that's why I love them so much. Good morning, everybody in the comments. As you guys know, the house rules, we are not negative. This is not a negative platform at all. We don't talk about foolishness. We talk about where you've been, where you're going, and what you got going on. So if you guys want to ask the Williams singers, and guess what? I got all three of them. I got all three of them waiting to come up, and then later on in the show, we're gonna have Tyreese. What is Tyreese? Tyreese Hall. We're gonna have Tyreese Hall come up, and we're gonna listen to his new single. Man, this is a power-packed show today. So yeah, you guys that's on, please go ahead and share this live. I know I never come on a Saturday morning, but it's okay. It's all right. We're gonna get it together. So I am so godly happy. Oh! All right. Y'all know I'm goofy. Y'all been on here all the time. Y'all know how I am. Hi, Lyle. Hey, Cheryl Snell. Good morning. All the radio angels are on here. God bless you guys. So listen, that's enough of me talking. You guys that's going to be seeing me on True Word Network on Wednesday, 8:30 Central Standard Time, and also on what is it? WNTZ. I always get those words and abbreviations messed up. But yeah, catch me Friday, 2:30, internet radio. But yeah, and more radio stations to come. So as we get done with all of that, I want you guys to brace yourself, share the live, and let's bring up Dezrale, Darnell, and I'm gonna say it wrong. Dezmien. I know I'm gonna say it wrong. Hey everybody.
What's going on?
Right, how you doing?
I know I jacked up your name. I know I did. I know
you was close. You was real close.
A little bit. But I'm goofy. I'm real. Listen, I'm like this all the time. So when people see me in public, they think I'm mean because I don't say much. But when I am like in my comfort zone, I am really kind of goofy and stuff like that. But anyway, I am so excited to have all three of you guys on my show this morning.
Oh wow, we're so
man. Yeah, we're excited to be here.
I am. I really am excited, and I have so many questions I want to ask you guys because, man, not only are you guys nominated for a Stellar this year. Hold on, I gotta find my applause. Hold on one second. Hold on. Let me tell you, you guys really put what we call funk and stank on Quartet. Like,
oh wow.
I'm gonna be, and you guys know that. Y'all, you guys already know that. So it's not the first time you heard it, but it's like you guys like the Quartet sound is not the traditional sound, but man, it's like you really can sit back and chill out and really, let me say this. Save the sanctified people can actually have a party and have some for real good music to listen to. I said it.
Yeah.
Because you know, a lot of times
absolutely.
Quartet music don't have that party sound like you could sit back and talk to your friends. You can actually put on you guys CD and it still feel like a party. It don't feel like you're having church all day long. It really feel like, yes, this is cool. Like you really have to pay attention. Like this is gospel for real because it don't make you feel all uptight. It really do kind of make you feel like really cool. So I don't know where everybody went, but whatever. We're gonna keep talking. But I love y'all music though. I really love you guys' music.
We really thank you. We did it.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk. I don't know. We're gonna just keep going. I don't know what happened to everybody else. So right now you gotta carry the load, and I know you can, but I just want to know, how did you guys get started as the Williams singers? Because we know that you and Dezmien are twins, right? Y'all are twins.
Yeah, I'm Dezmien and my twin brother, Dezrale, and then Darnell. Yeah, we twins, and then Darnell. He's a couple years older than us. Yeah, but
okay.
We got started early.
Okay.
Our family, we got the same storyline as the Jackson Five. I mean, it's almost similar. I mean, to T. We started when we were young kids. Our dad raised us up singing and things like that. He would teach us how to do parts and stuff like that and sing together. We actually started out, we got more brothers and sisters. So we started out, with, it was a lot of us. I think it's 10 of us. And we were all singing together. And as we were little, you know, one day we was in the house, and my twin can tell it better than me. He's a little bit more animated. But one time we was out there because my dad played the guitar, so we would all sing while my dad would play the guitar, and we would all practice on our harmonies. I always had the high part, my brother would have the middle part, but we would all share parts a lot of times. But one time, our dad took us, and we thought we was getting ready to get in trouble because we was always going outside to play. And then we was out, when we come back in, somebody was doing something wrong. So he called us in, boys, y'all get in here. So we go in the house, and we think we get in trouble. And we sitting there, and he said, I want y'all to go upstairs. And sometime when we go upstairs, it was a room that we would have. We'd get in trouble in that room. So he said, I want y'all to go up there in that room. We go up there in the room. We thought we was in trouble for something. Open the door, and there's all kind of instruments. It was drums in there. It was keyboards, guitars, microphone stands with mics on them, and all kind of stuff. So we was looking like, wow, we had never got the chance to like play the instruments before and sing, because we was just always singing. And we were little kids at this time, probably around 7, 6, 7. And we got on those instruments, and we just stayed in there all night long. Woke up, got back on it, start, just repeated the same thing. But we started out like that, and my dad would be very strict. When we go in that room, we had to learn something before we came out, a song, and learn how to play, and just, that's how we started out.
And you say you guys were 6 and 7 years old when that happened?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we were young. We were learning parts and singing. My dad actually had us traveling and when we were like 6 and 7 years old, and groups from all over. Like we would go to Chicago, we would go to Ohio, we would go to Michigan, and people would hear us sing, like, and we'd go to these concerts. Man, these guys be up there just killing, and then they bring us out. They be like, "What these little boys gonna do?" And we just, we little bitty little guys, so we get out there, and when we open up our mouth, it just seemed like the whole place would be shocked, like, what in the world, these little kids hiding it? And man, we would be laughing because, it was, nothing for us, but we knew what they were thinking. It was like, oh, these little kids ain't gonna do it. But we already knew the gift that God had put in us, and had our dad instilled in us and stuff like that. So yeah, we would travel when we were little kids.
Really?
Yeah.
6 and 7 is awfully young to be learning. Well, not too bad, but yeah, to be traveling on big stages, playing instruments. Because one thing I have learned, that it is hard singing and playing at the same time, especially as a kid. So like, how was you guys rehearsal time? Did you guys get a chance to actually be kids for real? Or was like your whole childhood was like, this is what we want? You was focused. Like, how was your childhood? Because that's awfully young. That's really young.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We did get the chance to play. But when it was time for us to learn something, our dad would be very, very, like, we had a time to play, a time to practice, a time to learn, and a time to pray for a long time.
Y'all wasn't was y'all tarrying? Was y'all tarrying in the house?
No, we wasn't tarrying. My dad we had every morning our dad will wake us up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
And we would have to pray the Lord's Prayer
7 times.
And
What?
we would pray. We would be so sleepy. We would be, our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. We had to do that 7 times. Sometimes we'd be sleeping, then all you hear is a few of us just dazing off, kind of like slowly. Then you hear one
going off, huh?
Then all you hear my dad, boys, wake up. It's time to pray. Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. We would all have to say that all together 7 times. And then at the end, we had to say Abba Father, Abba Father, Abba Father 7 times. And,
really?
yeah, Abba Father is, that's the signature of God's, God is our Father. And we had to do that every morning.
Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost, the Spirit, the water, and the blood.
The Spirit, the water, and the truth.
The Spirit, the water, and...
So was you guys' dad a pastor, a minister, or was he just very spiritual?
Yeah, he was a pastor. Both. Super Bowl.
Both. Yeah,
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. Okay. All right. I got you. Hello. You came and joined us again.
Yeah. I had to get near some Wi-Fi because this stuff just wasn't working. I'm sorry.
No problem. I've been doing this for a while. Trust me, I have seen it plenty of times. Like even my Wi-Fi be like, I know I'm not paying this much for Wi-Fi and it's cutting off. But I get it. So we're just talking about you guys' childhood and how you guys got started, and it's so interesting. Because to be honest, I didn't know it was so many of you guys. Like 10 is quite a few kids to be in one household, and then coming up and learning how to play instruments. So when you guys first started, was it just you 3, or was it your other siblings? How did you guys get started? As far as I know, like you just said, your dad got you guys started, but as far as your siblings, was it other siblings involved, or how did that work?
Well, my father was married 4 times. So there were
we got different sets of brothers and stuff like that too. So, and families. Yeah. So it's more than 10 of us, but it's
okay.
Yeah.
And solid.
I get it.
And so we ended up kind of everybody, from each marriage, from any child that had, was musically inclined.
Wow.
And so, our older brother, he lives in California. We actually had 3 other brothers. One of them passed away, unfortunately, but they were all, guitar players and singers and stuff like that, and then our older sister, she's a singer and a drummer. And then, it came down to us, and, my dad always had guitars and stuff like that around the house, stuff like that. So you just kind of pick that stuff up, but then, when we started getting into like keyboards and stuff like that, more from spending time with our mother, because my mom, sometime in the early 80s, she was introduced to the Church of God in Christ. Okay. And she was Kojic for years. And, of course, that's all Kojic churns out some of the baddest organists ever. Right. So it's always hearing organ playing, not very many basses and guitars, around that time, but you heard drummers and organists.
Right.
So, we started, gravitating toward the organ and choir music and stuff like that. And that's how we started playing keyboards, but the foundation of drums and bass and guitar, my dad was more of the, traditional side and quartet. And that's what we kind of started off with.
Okay. Man, that's crazy. That is a rich history, to be honest. So So let's say, so was you guys the Williams singers from the very beginning, or did you guys change your name later on? What happened? I just want to know.
Our very first name was the Christian Cavaliers.
Was it?
Our very first name, our dad made the name the Christian Cavaliers.
Okay.
And he started kind of incorporating all of our like younger brothers and sisters, like our younger sisters and brother. And then he actually would let them sing with us. And then he changed it to the Williams Family Singers.
Okay.
So then it was the
My brother didn't like that. Buster. He didn't like that. I don't think we really like.
It was the Williams Family Singers.
Yeah.
Our dad would he was so in tune into family, to where we would go out. We were little, like I was telling you, we was little kids, and before we sing, he would have everybody. He would have us, because we told you our dad made us pray all the time. But before we sang, he would embarrass us so bad and say, before we sang, I want y'all to see how we as a family do things. And before we sang, we had to say the Lord's Prayer. The Lord's Prayer, our Father which art in heaven. And then he said, and if y'all don't do that, if y'all don't say the Lord's Prayer,
no, Dezmien. He asked, what does the Bible say for children to do?
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. He had, because our dad would read the Bible to us also. So we had Bible studies too. But my dad was overkill. So my dad would read the Bible to us. I mean, we would wake up in the morning and sometimes we
with a bowl of cereal in the morning.
Sometimes we'll still be at the table at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, sitting at the table.
Longer than that. I remember one time it was nighttime.
Yeah, it was.
And we still had a bowl of cereal from 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
In Bible class.
Yep. We sat there at breakfast at 6 in the morning. and he had Bible study at 6 o'clock in the evening. It was night.
Yeah.
It was in the fall.
So we knew a lot of, he made us we learned so much biblically about the Bible. And when we were getting ready to sing, he would make us quote this one scripture and embarrass us. And he said, fellas, what does Ephesians 6:1 say? And then we all had to say, children, obey
your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor your father and thy mother, which is the first command with a promise that it may be well with thee and thou mayest live longer on the earth.
I'm not saying
it. And then if y'all don't do that, what y'all gonna get?
Say it, Buster.
I'm not saying it.
Say it. Tell him. Tell him what we had to say, Buster.
I had enough of it growing up.
Right.
if we didn't say, he say, and if we didn't obey, what would happen? We would all have to say in unison, we get a whooping.
In front of everybody.
And then everybody was like, all right. That is so embarrassing.
She got the nerve to be saying, all right.
For a little kid, come on, man. And then on top of it, now you want us to get up and sing.
Oh my God. But I bet y'all didn't get in a lot of trouble though. I want to bet y'all didn't get in a lot of trouble. Did y'all?
Shoot.
Golly, and that still didn't work?
Man.
So what they say, the preacher's kids.
The preacher kids are always the worst. See? Yeah. Man, that is so funny.
I never was a street kid.
Yeah.
I never was a street kid. you know, but I had a temper.
Okay.
So I mean, it wouldn't be nothing for me fighting in school.
Yeah, my brother used to fight Buster. He used to fight for bubble gum and candy. Yeah. We
in the hood.
My mother, so we grew up in the hood. So I mean, my brother would get into fights, and we would like when my brother get into fights, because when he got done, my mom would have candy for us. So we would encourage my brother to fight.
And so like the neighborhood will have neighborhood fights, and that's how he got his nickname, because he was good at fighting.
Really? Like Buster Douglas, huh?
And I'm telling you, we used to get that bubble gum, and my mama told us, like, if you get in a fight and you win, you're gonna get some bubble gum. So all the fights we got in, we was little, we was expecting that gum.
Oh my Lord.
Sitting on the bed.
Sitting on the bed.
Really?
When we got done.
Y'all mama was a gangster.
Oh, my mama's side of the family.
She did not play. I love it though.
Yeah, our mom's side of the family is just.
Oh, that explains it.
But yeah,
that explains it. Okay.
Yeah, my grandmother was a gangster.
Your grandmother was a gangster?
Yes.
Lord.
A real gangster.
A real gangster, for real.
Really? So
yeah.
She want one of those. You want some peppermints, and she go in her bag, and then you see a pistol on the side of the peppermints. She wants that type
no, it's worse than.
It was worse than that.
Oh, a peppermint. You mean some gin or some vodka?
Wait a minute. Wait.
Now you can put some peppermint in it.
Right.
So she was the kingpin of the block. What? She had the guys on the block doing stuff. And
my grandmother had grown men scared of her.
What?
Grown men.
What?
She was something else.
Oh Lord. So wait a minute. Okay, so you guys are born and raised from Indiana, correct? Which part of Indiana? Because I don't want to
Indianapolis.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I just want to make sure, because I always be forgetting where people are from. But I know you guys are from Indiana, because I've traveled so many times with Sean to come up there. One time, the last time I traveled with Sean to Indiana, I think you guys was on program. You guys was on Tiki. I forgot who it was. It was something going on, but yeah. I don't know, I must got a delay. But yeah, but I always see you guys at the Ecclesia every year. You guys are so funny. And I think what's his name? I don't know if he's you guys' manager. Is his name Church Boy, or what's his name?
That's my nephew.
He is hilarious. Like, you guys always stand in the same spot every year by the stage, and y'all just have a whole comedy club right there by yourself. And I was like, they are hilarious. In fact, one year, I don't know if that was Church Boy, was rolling on the floor. I was like, what is wrong with you? So
it was late.
Over the years, as you guys have developed from your childhood on up, like, where did you guys find your sound? Like, what was I could kind of figure what was your inspiration, but I want to know, like, what made you guys feel like, okay, this is Quartet, but what was that point where it's like, we're going to have our own sound no matter what nobody else is sounding like? Like, did you guys have a meeting, or it just came about, or was you guys always fans? Because just to hear you guys' history, like, your dad kind of like unclawed y'all into the Bible. So did you guys have time to listen to other music? Like, all those questions are in the air in my head. I be having like a million questions.
Yeah, that's good.
How do you guys get that sound?
Okay, I'm gonna start the introduction. I think my brother gonna take it over. Okay. Indianapolis was the Twilight Zone. You remember the Twilight Zone?
I remember.
Indianapolis musically was the Twilight Zone.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Buster.
I tell everybody all the time, you would not believe it. You would not believe it. Can y'all still hear me?
Yeah, but
it's going in and out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's cutting in and out. I think.
Yeah, it's cutting out in and out a little bit, but it's okay.
But basically, Indianapolis. If you've seen a Twilight Zone movie and it's like, wait a minute, okay, you hear them come on, welcome to the Twilight Zone.
Right.
That's literally how Indianapolis musically was.
Okay.
Like, it was like the music was so unreal in Indianapolis. It's just okay. So all of the groups that you named that were when you were growing up, though they're all part of the Midwest.
Right.
So the Midwest had its own sound.
Absolutely.
So it's like from Michael Jackson to the Ohio Players to the Gap Band to Earth, Wind and Fire to all of this, all Midwest groups.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so gospel Quartet in Indianapolis being like somewhat like the center, you had groups that were like all of those groups.
Really?
And what I say, but they all had their own identity. Like there was nobody alike. They each had and it was so many of them, but they were freaking. I mean, like today, if you heard them today, they would probably be relevant in today's time.
Really? Yeah.
And this is back in the 80s.
This was
would be.
In Indianapolis. The group
this was back in the 80s. So everybody in Quartet was way ahead of their time.
Yeah, in Indianapolis.
So like what people would come through, I remember like people like you would take Joe Lagan or anybody that was really big at the club could come through there, and they could not come through Indianapolis. And you had like the Jubes and stuff and all that stuff. That was Chicago, but Indianapolis had just something different. They had, from their arrangements to singing, it was like listening to Earth, Wind and Fire or the Parliament or the Gap Band or even just older traditional group. They all had some type of an element that was like crazy. We had a group called the Indiana Wonders, and all they wore was trousers, like overall trousers, like they was like from Indiana chewing on some straw and corn, but they would get up and sing like a cappella, and they was just and then they come in with the music. It was crazy. Like it was just freaking insane. So we grew up sitting up there listening to all of this stuff, sitting on the front row, looking and listening to all of them people. And then my brother Buster, my dad had a group. My dad had a group, and my brother Buster, he was a little boy.
That's me. That's my nickname.
I kind of figured it out. Yeah.
He was I think maybe 4.
Whoa.
And 4 or 5 or something like that, when he started off singing with my dad's group, my dad's grown man's group.
Okay.
And but my brother was one of the lead singers.
Okay.
and at early age, and he would come out, and when he sang his song, he would tear the whole church up. Him and my dad.
Wow.
But it was like we heard so many people, so many groups that were different, and it was so unreal. Like today, our sound stems from all of those groups that we heard growing up.
Yeah.
And then we started to cultivate that along with, because my brother, he went off into like a choir. He was just a fanatic John P. Key fan. He thought he was John P. Key. I don't know why. He just thought he was John P. Key. And me and my brother,
I was John P.
You was John. Nobody tell you different.
Couldn't tell. Had a choir, started the choirs, all that stuff. And then me and my twin, we were doing R&B. And we literally was like,
wow, I didn't know that. Yeah, so who? I didn't know that.
Yeah, we started doing R&B, and we was doing some crazy stuff, like with a lot of people and everything. And it just so happened that my dad was getting older, and we all decided, hey, my dad wrote all these songs when we was young, and let's get together and do something for him because my father was a lot older. He was an older man. Yeah. And I was like, before it's too late, let's get together and do something. So we all decided, we all had our own thing going on, and we wasn't trying to be the Williams Singers. It was just, we were just going to do something for my dad, do a recording for my dad. We had at this time, we had the experience of, just singing and doing music and all of that. And from when we were little, and then what we were doing from R&B, and then what my brother was doing from choir, and all of that collectively. Okay, let's come together and let's redo some of my father's songs. Wow. So we ended up coming back together, and our first album was called A Tribute to Dad. Okay. And we ended up doing that album. But before we did that album, we was like, yo, let's get our dad, and we're going to bring him to the program, and people going to hear my dad again, and he going to sing and this and that. And that didn't happen. Ended up, he had to go into the hospital that very same day. Oh, wow. And we ended up doing it. It was really hard for my brother to do it. He wasn't going to do it. He was going to call it off. And then I think his wife made him do it or whatever. And we were just like, okay, yo, we got to do it anyway. So that started out the very first, the reignition of the Williams Singers. Okay. And that was like in 2002. But that really wasn't us, because we were just like, we're just going to do that, just do this album, and that's it. And then people started to hear it, and we went on back to doing our own thing. You know what I'm saying? We doing this. And then at that time, me and my brother started to do gospel. My brother, he still was doing choir music. So we doing our own thing, and people start requesting, hey, can y'all do this? Can y'all come and do this? Can y'all? We was like, and then it just started getting bigger and bigger, and hey, can y'all come over here? It was like, man. And it was almost like we were fighting what we didn't want to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what it sounded like. Yeah.
We were going against what we didn't want to do the quartet. We was like, yeah, we did that when we was young, all that stuff. That's old, So it's like when we hear groups, it was like, nah, that's old. We was doing that when we was little kids, So come back together, and the next thing you know, it just started growing and growing and growing and growing. And then it was just inevitable. We had to. It was like a calling. Like, yo, this is getting serious. Like, these folks is calling us all over, and what we gonna do? And they talking about giving us $1,000 at that time. $1,000 was something. Right. We're gonna get $1,200 to go over here, and we was like, what? So so we started to do it, and next thing you know, it just started picking up from there until it gelled in to the Williams Singers. And then we was like, okay, let's go from there, and that went to the next album, to the next album, to the next album. But it really wasn't us, because everywhere we went, it was like, okay, we giving people what they like, but this ain't really who we are. Right. We want people to experience who we actually are. And that's when our third album we came out was Letting It All Out. Okay. And Letting It All Out was basically a collaboration of telling people, okay, yo, we about to let this out. I hope y'all ready for this. Y'all gonna know who we actually are. Yeah. And that's when the song like Traveling Home came on. But before that, Having Church came out. And Having Church was on our second album. And that's, believe it or not, that song was in 2003 or 2003, I believe. Mm-hmm. And now that there's a reel that it just went viral. Feel like having church.
Wait, hold on. How old was that song?
2003.
Why do everybody? So okay, this is crazy because, like you said, there's a reel, and I see so many TikToks, so many Facebook reels with this song that if you guys made that song back in 2003 and this is 2023,
this is what we're talking
20 years.
Like I recorded it yesterday.
This is what we're talking about. But look, that's what I'm saying. That's the groups.
So
the groups.
Their time.
Yeah.
People would think like we were hearing stuff. We were hearing stuff like this when we were
Twilight Zone.
So,
yes.
So.
That is, wait a minute. That is crazy. That's like literally 20 years. Mm-hmm. So that just show you that God's promises is yay and amen. If God promised you today something, you can put your last dollar on it that it's going to come to pass. It might not come when you want it to come to pass, but look at it 20 years down the line. Like, you would never thought that you guys made that song 20 years ago. Never would have thought that.
Mm-hmm.
And the song funky now. I'm just gonna tell you now. Now wait a minute.
Dezmien wrote that song.
Don't think too hard now.
Because you know what I'm gonna say. I know it now. I know what I'm gonna say.
Don't worry about that.
Did that come out before? Did that come out before R. Kelly's song?
Oh, 2000.
Yeah.
Check 1 2. Check Mike 1 2. Did that song come out before R. Kelly's song? I think y'all need to get a lawyer. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Oh
okay.
yeah.
All right. Okay.
Listen. There are a lot of things about the Williams singers that you would not believe. So many people in the industry. When I say so many people have collectively got from us, it's unreal. You would not believe it. And just the vibes, some of the innovative, the things that we would do, a lot of groups, a lot of people, a lot of entertainment, a lot of people have gotten from the Williams singers. And that's the reason why, and to us, we don't mind, because that, you know how you, oh man, you see what they did, they took.
Absolutely.
God has blessed us with the ability to go beyond where people are now.
People always say, okay, you guys came out with this album, there's no way you can top it.
Yeah.
They say all the time, there's no way you can top it. And it's like, you guys don't even understand. This is something that God has given us. Every album is a stepping stone. We stand on that. When we do that album, now that's our floor.
Right.
And
to take you to where we're trying to get you to come to.
Yeah.
Y'all just done messed me up. Like literally, y'all just kind of just blew my mind for real. I'm not lying. And I believe anybody else that sees this, they're going to say the same thing. Like, because probably a lot of people think that you guys sampled that, but you're the originator of the freaking song. Sorry. Y'all know I'm animated, so y'all know I'm goofy like that.
Well, this is the thing. We were doing stuff. We were doing stuff way back in the day that the average quartet group would not do. Like we would travel with MPC back in the early thousands, and a lot of groups wouldn't.
They didn't even know what it was. They used to call it a big box. What is that guy back there with that big box? What is that? Nobody really.
Yeah.
So
different stuff.
We would always have things that we would incorporate in our sound,
Yeah, using samples live and
live samples, live creating things like creating a lot of the groups now, they do stuff like click tracks and stuff like that. That's very simple to us. We would do click tracks with musical things incorporated inside of it, like creating things inside of a click track to make all the elements come out and stand out to where it seemed like it's like a full band and there's only one person back there.
Okay, all right. This because y'all done messed me up. I think I need some coffee. Because y'all didn't really mess my mind up for real. This is what I'm gonna do. All right. Everybody that's in the comments, do me a favor, share this live, and I want you guys to ask the brothers, the Williams singers, ask them some questions because we got a small time. I want you guys to ask them any question that you want to ask them, and you know what my rule is. We keep it professional and keep it nice. And then after that, we're going to bring Tyreese Hall up so we can hear his new single, Pray. I'm just so excited. Man, y'all just didn't mess me up. I am about to show the live version. Feel like having church? Like, y'all messed me up. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Y'all done told me up because in the back of my mind, I really thought you guys sampled that song. Come to find out y'all didn't. Y'all, okay. But anyway. We're gonna talk about it. So I'm just outdone. And let me tell you, I'm not the only one. When people see this and when I cut this up and make a reel out of it, I'm gonna let people know that they are the originators. So stop saying that they copied, but they are the ones that created it. Oh, I feel good about myself. Thank you.
Absolutely.
I'm excited for you guys.
100%.
Yeah. That's crazy. All right, here we go, y'all. I want you guys, it's only like a 3-minute clip. So we're gonna listen to it. And yeah, we're gonna talk about it. All right, here we go.
And your body's in the air. Let us welcome none other than the Williams
That's all right. Look here, we're gonna do it like this. I was there with the sound of me. Let us go into the house of the Lord. I'm gonna clap my hands and say, somebody, I feel like having church. Come on, yes, sir. Come on, have church. Clap your hands, everybody, we can have church. Listen, I was reading my Bible the other day. Church. And they was telling what God was telling to me, let us go to the church. Church. That's all right. Set free.
listen. Somebody owe y'all some money. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. Somebody lawyer, somebody trust fund owe y'all some money. That's all I got to say about that. My dad is on here. My dad, he absolutely love you guys. Yeah, Robert Mosby. He said this is groundbreaking, and the truth is, yes, it is, because a lot of R&B artists and a lot of people out here have taken from the Quartet community and have not given them their credit, but always got something negative to say. But yeah, we're gonna check that. That's what I promise you. If that's the last thing I do, I make sure that people know that you guys are the originators, because Backyard Party from R. Kelly is a huge hit. And when people hear this song, they absolutely think that you guys copied that song. Anyway.
No. We've always thrived.
As a matter of fact, you can go and look up on YouTube and look at Having Church, and that, that's what 2002.
I put the link in the comments. People can go see for themselves. Thank you.
Yeah.
You can look at we did a live DVD. We did a live DVD in 2004.
I just put the link to the original song and the video in your inbox.
I posted it. Thank you.
No, I mean, everything that we've always done has always been original. Everything singers has always been original. Like nobody can say we've got anything from them. No, we've always done. If it comes from the Williams singers, it's original Williams singers.
You gotta be kidding me. And you know what? And just what you were saying earlier, like you guys' influences, like my dad, I don't know if he's still on here. My dad would like take all type of bass lines, all type of stuff of Earth, Wind and Fire. Like I was listening to the first video that I was playing, and I was sitting back, I was like, oh, so they took some Michael Jackson. Okay, I heard Michael Jackson in there. Like my dad would say, and then in the early 80s and 90s, people, they didn't understand it. Like I always felt like my dad was always before his time, that even the Mosby Singers, because that was the name of the group, the Mosby Singers from East St. Louis, they can play songs from 30 years ago and it's still relevant. And I believe that you guys' music gonna always be relevant. Like some music just sound outdated, but you guys' music is still sound like you said 20 years ago. I honestly thought you guys just recorded that song. That's amazing. That's amazing. I'm just gonna be honest. That's amazing. And that just tell that you guys are really genius. I tell people, I'm like, you guys are really musically geniuses. You know what I'm saying? That you can kind of mesh the two, and it still has the God sound. It still has the God message in it, and you can still chill out to it.
Oh yeah.
I think
we made that intentional. It was a point of us making sure that we took all of what we learned. Because my father told us, he said, just don't stay here. Learn what you can learn. My mother said the same thing. Do this. And she taught us how they used to call them airs back then. Learn how to do the riffs and the runs. And we would listen to some of the, artists and we just collectively would listen to, from the, when we were staying with my mom and or my dad, it was gospel. When we ventured out, then it was something totally different, where we got to experience so many other different things. And we took all of those and put it into the element of who we are and the tradition of what we grew up with. So that's where you find hence the sound of the Williams singers.
Okay.
Yeah. When we were growing up,
you said what?
Yeah, when we were growing up, we would hear other people on the radio, Mighty Clouds of Joy and Williams Brothers and Jackson Southern Airs, and also and we would want to sing their songs. And my dad would say, that's all fine and good, but are they singing your song? And he said, so y'all need to do is come up with your own song. And he instilled in us, do your own songs. And so we've never, we just started kind of flipping other people's songs, and it's just, to see how we can flip it into a quartet style. But he instilled in us, be original and do your own stuff.
Yeah, like There's No Way, we turned There's No Way into from a choir song. There is no way. Now a lot of people say they like the, they like the way, I don't know if you've heard that song or not, but listen to it. It's a song called There's No Way from Percy Beatty from Chicago. He gave us permission to write that song. To change it. I can live without you. So we did that one. We Buster, what's the other one that you did from
Giants?
Giants from
Donald Lawrence. Yeah, we did that. Look up those songs and see how it's all flipped into quartet style, the way the Williams singers do it. Dorinda Clark and the
Kojic.
Bring You Out, Kojic Mass Choir. Yeah, we flipped those. Pretty much, we were actually going to do a full album, and we may still do it. I don't even know. It was going to be called Choir Songs. We're just taking, different choir songs.
It was going to be called Quartet.
We might do that. I think we.
Look, I know everybody
while we talking, we might.
Right.
I don't know.
I know. I'm like, that might just work. Like, yeah, that might just
But
work.
the whole idea was because how the stigma of choirs and the stigma of quartet, traditional choir or traditional quartet, or even now, I don't like that quartet stuff, or I don't like that choir stuff. So we figured a way to fuse it to make people say, oh, you know what? What is this? Quartet.
Yeah.
Every concert that we sing on the other side, or like they say, the contemporary side, or they can't believe our sound. Like they cannot believe that they just enjoyed a quartet group, and we get that all the time. They always say, I have never liked quartet music, but now since I heard you guys, I am a fan of quartet music or your music. So we get that all the time.
Man. Okay. Man, you know what? Let me tell you, I'm really, really, really enjoying this conversation. I am so loving it. But I am going to bring up, because I know time is getting so far behind, ahead of us. And I know you guys don't you guys got a show today? You guys got a show today?
No. And I'm sorry. That was my fault. I got the date wrong. It was actually supposed to be tomorrow.
Okay. Well, that's good. All right. So we ain't in a rush. I might have to split this up into 2 episodes on TV, but it's okay. It's good. But I'm gonna bring up, I hope Mr. Tyreese Hall is ready, because this is one of my good friends that I met on Clubhouse. And one thing I can say, he always so cool and relaxed. And I'm going to bring up Mr. Tyreese Hall. Hey, Tyreese.
Hey, what's going on?
How you?
I know he had them shades on. He's sleeping them shades. He's sleeping them shades.
Man, it's sunny over here.
I could have church. That's all I want. That's all I
want to do.
Oh man, y'all got so many hits, man. Please.
They just blew my mind for real, Tyreese. I am probably gonna be messed up all day long and probably gonna be in front of my computer to do this reel because I feel like people need to know. People need to know. Like, don't be stealing from us. Huh?
What's that?
That they're originators of the sound of that people thought that Backyard Party by R. Kelly was his. Really? It's not.
Oh,
yeah.
That's been out for a long time. Yeah, hell yeah, happy show. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of people didn't know that though. A lot of people still.
They definitely creators. Williams singers, man. When they first came out, that was the talk of the town. Definitely up my way. When they first came here, shoot, they had a packed house. Everybody couldn't wait to see the Williams singers. Yeah, that was big.
Yeah, because they had a sound that was so familiar. Well, they still have a sound that's so familiar that people can feel like, okay, especially young men. Let me say this. Young men that's coming up, just like how Commission, when they came out, like I think the Williams singers gave young men during that generation, during that time for real, have something to listen to that's Quartet without feeling old. I hate to say it.
Very different. It was very very different in the quartet, but with different flavor to it. It was dope for them. Definitely.
They put some stank on it, so
we appreciate it.
Yeah. Sure. So Tyreese, you got a single that's out.
I do.
Tell us a little bit about your single.
Entitled "Pray."
Okay.
Written by me, produced by me, mixed and mastered by Darnell.
I heard.
Yeah, Buster they call him. Yeah, mixed and mastered by him, and it's doing good. It's doing great actually. I sold out of all my hard copies that I had. I actually in the process of ordering more. We're doing very well on digital outlets. So can't wait to hit it live. Might be the night. I have a show tonight in New York, so I might hit it tonight. One of my background singers is missing tonight, so I'm kind of iffy about hitting it, but I might hit it tonight.
So wait a minute. So tell everybody where you from.
From New Haven, Connecticut, way up north.
See, when you say Connecticut, you don't think Quartet though. Like, I'm just being for real. Like, you don't think Quartet, but
probably of these days. Because of the new generation. Why? Because back in the day, you heard of Quartet, New York, Connecticut, New York, a little bit of Boston, but these days now, not too much. Not too much. It's more in the South now, if anything, South, Midwest, sometimes. So Connecticut ain't what it used to be back in the day, or New York like it used to be back in the day with Quartet. So these days it's a little bit different. You won't hear much of Quartet singers, but it's a Quartet city now. We got about 12, 15 groups here in one city. So if you come here, you'll know. But
yeah, in line, and all of them be smacking.
We got some great ones up here now. You got some good Quartet groups here.
Okay.
Just in the industry, none of them really put themselves out there in the industry too much like that.
That's interesting. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to let you introduce your new single that's out. Now, let me say this. I always give my take on the songs that come on Quartet Spotlight. And I tell people all the time, like, don't get offended when I say something. But let me say this. When I first heard, now, I've been knowing you for a little while now. But when I first heard you, I said, why do he sound like an older man? Like, but when you know you're young, you got that real graspy older man.
Well,
like,
you know what though?
That's
because I came up though. I know Tommy Ellison, Clay. I used to talk to these guys on the phone. Tommy, Clay, even Lee. Even before Lee got hot. Willie Neal Johnson. Like as a kid, I was cool with a lot of these guys. So I came up listening to all the VHS tapes for 6 years. I studied these guys, Joe Lagan. I studied these guys. So that's all that was in me was the old school. So
yeah. And you can hear it. I'm just gonna be honest. You can hear it. You can most definitely hear it. Because if I did not know you, I would think that you was an older man. And I was like, Now, why Tyreese Hall like he in his 60s, like that older, mature, but it's a good song. It's a really good song. Has an excellent message. So yeah, I was like, okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was like, I'll get him later though. But yeah, I like the song. So I'm gonna introduce the song and I'm gonna pull it up and we're just gonna sit back and listen to it. All right. So go ahead and introduce your song.
Yeah, this is Tyreese Hall, the Golden Stars of New Haven, Connecticut, with our brand new single that came out at the beginning of May, entitled Pray. Go on all digital outlets, download it, stream it, do whatever you got to do. Just make sure you get it. Listen.
All right.
Listen, I need everybody all over the world, every nationality. I need y'all to stand up. All right now. All right now. Woo! This thing feel good already. Men and women, boys and girls, children of all ages. I want you to know that I'm tired of hatred. I'm tired of jealousy in the world. Every time I turn around now, we have shooting after shooting. We have killing after killing. I get on my knees and I tell the Lord, I'm down.
Now let me tell you something. That song could get awfully sticky.
Hey.
Oh,
I was over here going crazy. Listen.
I feel like I should have been a part of a group. You know, they get that bump.
Hey, listen, Tyreese.
Yes, sir.
I got one request, bro.
What's that?
If you ever do that song live, you know when you go into the pray,
Yeah.
when you do the 2 and the 4 on the snare, pray.
Oh,
bro.
Okay.
Listen, listen, bro. That's all I heard was pray. Oh, listen, bro. Dezmien, you hear that? Bro.
Hey,
it will go bananas, bro. And you kept going back into it. It give it a whole different level of intensity on that snare 2, 4. Pray.
Yeah.
1, 2, 1, 2. You know what I mean?
And go back.
Got you.
That was
Got
good.
you. Yeah. Definitely.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Pray. Tackety. Pray. Woo! Got the mic, man. Look, I'm getting excited over here, bro.
Yeah,
bro.
I'm my little bro.
Bro, it will go hard, man. Oh my God. I'll sit up here. Man, that song is dope, bro.
Yeah.
And it's needed.
Yeah.
It's needed. You know, it's crazy because me and my brothers have been trying to influence people for years to come out with songs that got substance to it. You know, so you get sick and tired of you hear a song, you know every word they gonna say. Like, bro, that's just, I mean, give us something to think about.
That's true.
That's a song. That is a song.
That's a song.
That's a good song, bro.
Appreciate it, brother. Yeah, that was my goal, man. To do something different. Like you said, have substance. You know, talk about the world, what we need. I was trying to fit as much as I could fit in. I know I couldn't fit everything in there, but I was trying to fit as much as
Great job, man.
Yeah.
Great job.
Hold on, we got to give you the hand clap for me.
Great job.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Let me tell you, singing that song live, I think, you know, sometimes they be like, give us an A and B, or you got 15 minutes. I think that song would take up a whole set. If you rock that, baby, that one song will demolish.
Matt, bro, it's over. Yeah. It's over, bro.
I put it like this. If you did that song right there by itself, and then after that, you already know.
I already know what you want.
Doc, ain't no
yeah, well, you know you got to do it.
Ain't no more. It'd be too much, man. It'd be too much to handle.
I already know what you about to say.
I already know what you about to
say. Let's have church, Doc.
Oh, Jesus.
That's a nice song.
Man, thank you, man.
You got a good one on your hands, Tyreese. You got a good
one. He got one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice, bro.
Yeah.
Real nice.
Your brother gave us a good sound on it too.
Yeah.
Yep. The mix was really dope.
Yeah.
Clarity, really good.
Yeah.
And you got your feel to it. You hear that Tommy Ellison type vibe, but made it new. You know what I mean? Your feel, bro.
With the horns.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, the horns in there is smacking.
Yeah.
It's dope, bro. Yeah.
Appreciate it, y'all. Definitely, man. I mean, a lot coming from y'all, man. You know, y'all been killing the game for a minute, so you know.
Man, we appreciate it, man.
Yes,
it's people like you, man, that inspire us. Believe it or not, you would not believe it, bro. It's people like you that inspire us, because a lot of people think that we just come up with music. No, we listen. You know, we listen. You know, I believe the one of the greatest artists said one time, if you can't listen, or if you don't take the time out to listen to others or listen to your surroundings, you'll be surrounded by others.
Mm.
And Babyface said that. And you look at it, you know, he paid attention to his surroundings, but everybody was surrounded by him because he produced everybody's song and freaking in the world. You know what I mean? He got his hand on somebody's song between, you know, but you think about it, man, it's just being able to listen to other people, get ideas, you know, not only get ideas, but just open up your mind. And if you can't open up your mind, you always stay in the box. Always stay in the box. So, I mean, that's the evolution of what you've been doing, though, brother. That's the evolution of what you've been doing, man. So I applaud you for it, man. Keep going, man. Keep pushing. Ain't doing nothing but getting better.
Appreciate it. Definitely do. Appreciate it, man. And yeah, like I said, it's doing pretty good. And, you know, hopefully they get a little further in the industry. I got some people want to work with me with the marketing of it and stuff like that. So we've been talking to a couple of people. So hopefully things, you know, turn for the best for it, man.
And anything we can do to help you out, brother, we got you. You know, all you got to do is just call.
Yes, sir. I already know.
Sure.
Y'all the bros for sure. I know that.
Yep.
I know that for a fact.
Yep.
You know, I appreciate that, man. We're gonna be in y'all city October.
Let us know when what you're doing, so we can help out. Let us know. We get you right.
No doubt, bro. No doubt. I'm gonna sure let you know.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay. This has been an awesome show. This really has. This has been a really awesome show. So, Tyreese, if someone would like to book you, who would they need to contact?
Right now, they can contact me. Would have been my mom, but my mom she's ill right now, so she's not able to do anything. But they can contact me, 203-507-6494. Or they could contact me on Facebook, Tyreese Hall, on Facebook, or the group fan page, Tyreese Hall and the Golden Stars. So either one of the three, don't matter.
You can't miss him because he got glasses on every last one of them. Them shades, boy. He gonna cover them shades. You hear me?
Hey, man.
Tyreese gonna show up in them shades. I don't care if it's dark in there. He gonna show up in them shades.
Man, I gotta get some different lighter ones, man. My light ones I used to wear on stage, my real light tint ones, they broke. So I gotta get some.
Everybody think my glasses are shades, but they ain't. They just dark, you know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I got some real light ones, man. They broke on me.
So if someone would like to contact the Williams singers, who do we need to contact as far as booking and all that good stuff?
Well, booking, it will be, his name is Kenya Wall, and I can give you his number as soon as I go ahead and pull it up in here. I don't have, Lord Jesus. Give me 1 second.
I cell phone made us. We don't remember nobody's number no more.
And ain't that sad?
Serious. We don't remember nobody's number.
That's a shame. But no, our management is 404-552-6028. His name is Kenya Wall.
Okay.
Kenya Wall for the Williams Singers, 404-552-6028.
Okay.
552-6028, 404 area code. And as it pertains to our music, you can just find it anywhere. You know, you can Google us and you can go from there. Hit Google and you'll go from there.
A lot we pull.
Yeah.
Man, this is good Lord. I usually do not be on this long, but this has been a very good sit down. Saturday morning sit down. I should have had me some coffee or something. And we could have just been talking over some coffee. But man, I am so excited for you guys' future because man, y'all put out some great music. Like all you guys. Y'all put out great music. And I know Quartet is in some good hands because y'all got good music to come more good music to come in the future. So I'm excited.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So is there anything anybody want to say before we log off? Because we've been on here for a while, but
yeah. Yeah, listen, we just want to thank you for allowing us to be able. It's an honor to be able to just come on your show and be a part of your show. We was excited. We've been wanting and waiting. We're anticipating. So thank you so very much for just allowing the Williams Singers to be a part of this show. We have new music that's getting ready to come out. Some more music. It's a lot different than what I think people are used to, but it shows the more animated side of the Williams Singers. So just get ready for that. I can't tell you exactly what it is, but when I tell you it's going to be amazing, it's going to be funny all at the same time. Just get ready for it. But besides that, we just want to say thank you again for allowing us to be a part of this show and also being on here with Tyreese, because I'm a fan.
Me too.
Oh, Lord.
Appreciate it, man. Y'all already know I'm a fan of y'all, so y'all know how that is. Big time.
Such a bro moment.
Yeah. It's always love when we see each other. Always.
Yeah, for sure.
Tyreese, you got any comments before we log off?
Yeah, say thank everybody that support us, listen to our music, that have brought or downloaded the single so far. For those that don't have it, go on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, whatever is there. Tyreese Hall and the Golden Stars, Pray. We all got on white. Download it, stream it, whatever you want to do it. Definitely do it.
I appreciate it, man. I'm telling you, I appreciate all you guys being on here. I'm telling you, I just pray many blessings over you guys. Like, I just love you guys' music. Like, you guys are doing continue on being yourself. That's one thing I can honestly say, that if I did not take anything from this interview, is that being yourself going to always pay off, because it's hard being somebody else. Like, you guys have really showed us that you don't have to be nobody else. You don't have to copy no one else. Of course, there's a path laid before us, but you guys have showed us that you can really be yourself and still be successful. And a lot of times people might sneer their nose at you because it's something different. But the gift that God has placed in you guys is it's ridiculous. And I thank God for it, that you shared shared your gift with the world. So I'm excited about it. So
thank you.
Pastor Robert Craig, why is you just logging on? That's one of my radio. I thank God that a lot of radio announcers always log in. So I thank God for that. So, hey, if you guys need their music or whatever, make sure you hit them up, because I'm telling you, this is some really good music. I love it. But
we got 9 albums and 3 DVDs, so it's a lot that y'all can choose from.
Right, pick one. Just pick one. It's okay. All of them good. Just pick one. All right. All right, man. I'm gonna have to bring you guys back on here. And Tyreese, I'm gonna have to bring you on here too by yourself, like you and the guys. Like, we're gonna have to do a part 2, because there's more questions that I wanted to ask the Williams Singers that I just did not get a chance to ask.
We sorry.
Oh, I mean, I really did have so many. My bonus mom on her, she said she enjoyed it. Like, it's so many more questions. Like, what's your favorite song? What's your favorite album? What's in the future? Yeah. We didn't get to talk about the Stellars. We didn't
right.
All right. Do it again. Just
okay.
Just let us know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
He said, I'm playing both of them on my podcast. Okay. All right, Robert. Mr. Craig.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
That's awesome. That's cool. And Janetta Mosby, that's my stepmom. All right. Thank you, guys. You guys, do me a favor, everyone that's in a comment. Can you please share? If you're watching this later on, please share this. And make sure that you follow the Williams Singers and Tyreese Hall. And is it the Golden Stars, right? Is it the Golden Stars? All right. Make sure you follow them on all their social media platforms. Go download their music. And let's keep Quartet alive and well, because they're trying to say that we're not. But, baby, please, we got some good music out there. Yeah. And as we see, they stealing our music, too. But anyway. All right. That's it, y'all. God bless you guys. And
all right.
talk to you guys later.
All right. Talk to you. Peace.
All right.